All right, let's get real for a second. You've done an absolutely incredible job of learning how to spot the killer's voice, flip it into something that's more powerful and enabling for you, and learning how to lay bricks that prove the killer is a liar, right? But now you've got this little voice that's sneaking into your head that's saying, but okay, do these wins even really matter? Like, great, I spoke up in a meeting today. Cool, I went to the gym one time. Yay! But is that actually going to change anything? And listen, if that's you, don't even trip, because that's exactly where most people stop. They flip once, maybe twice, and then quit because they don't see the fireworks in the sky. But today, we're going to unpack how those small flips actually start rewiring your brain, stacking into momentum, and shifting your entire energy. And trust me, when you stack enough bricks, people around you start noticing, even before you do. Y'all listen. One thing is for certain and two things are for sure. Your brain does not believe pep talks as much as it believes proof. Let me say that one more time. Your brain does not believe pep talks as much as it believes proof. You can stand in the mirror all day long and repeat affirmations, but if you don't have receipts to back them up, your brain will just file that under cute, but that ain't real. That's why I call it a brick. One flip thought plus one action step equals proof. The killer voice will tell you don't speak up because you'll sound stupid. The flip is my voice has value. You don't know what you're talking about. And the brick is you say one sentence in a meeting or in a call or in a conference or whatever it is. And that's the receipt. And listen, this is the part that nobody really wants to tell you. You cannot out-talk a lack of action. You cannot out-talk a lack of action. Your brain is like an auditor. It runs around with a clipboard asking, well, where's the evidence? But where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the receipts? Where's the proof? Every brick you lay is you stamping paid on a new belief. Let me give you real life bricks so that this can make a little bit more sense. We'll start with fitness, right? My favorite. You don't need a 90-minute boot camp to create a receipt. Just lace up and walk around the block for 10 minutes. That's a brick. Money. You don't have to fix your whole financial life today. Just pay one bill you've been putting off, or set $20 aside and put it in your savings account, or just check your account balance. That's a brick. Relationships. You don't need a dramatic conversation. Just say, hey, I can't do that today, but I'll get back to you tomorrow. That's a brick. Here's the hack. After you do the action, literally say out loud, I'm the kind of person who blank. I'm the kind of person who speaks up even when I'm nervous. I'm the kind of person who moves my body every day. I'm the kind of person who protects my peace at all costs. That's how identity shifts. Tiny receipts stacking into whole new stories. Confidence isn't a vibe. Confidence is evidence. And if you're worried about whether or not your bricks are too small, good, because that's the point. Small is sustainable. Small bricks every day beat giant bricks once in a while. So here's your mini challenge. In the comments, finish this sentence. Today's brick is blank. And make it so simple it's almost embarrassing. One text, one email, one walk, that's it. I inspire you to be simple. And by tonight, you'll have all of the receipts you need. Okay, so this is where momentum is going to come in. Think about something as simple as laundry. The killer's voice will say, "Ooh, you'll never catch up. You'll be wearing week-old socks for the rest of the month. Why even start?" But you flip it because you've learned how to do that. One load is better than none. So you toss in that load and you hit start, and suddenly that mountain doesn't seem so scary anymore. That's momentum. Or eating habits. Maybe you've been on a drive-through streak and the killer voice whispers, "You'll never stick to cooking." Flip it. I'll make one simple meal. You scramble an egg, you throw together a nice sandwich, and that's a brick. And here's the thing. You do it once and your brain remembers, oh, I can actually do this. Next time, it's easier And then the time after that, it just becomes normal. And the thing that most people miss is that momentum doesn't just build in the big things like career and fitness. It sneaks in through the smallest moves. You finally clear out your junk drawer, brick. You put your phone down at night instead of scrolling that extra hour, brick. You go for a 5-minute walk just to clear your head, brick. Each one feels tiny in the moment, but they stack together to create something momentous. And suddenly you've got rhythm, you've got flow, and the flow builds identity. Momentum isn't magic. It's not motivation. It's not waiting until you feel ready. It's brick after brick after brick until one day you realize you've built something that you can actually lean on. Here's the truth. When you stack enough bricks, your energy completely shifts. And I don't mean the fake confidence, plaster on smile, hype yourself up in the mirror, rah kind of energy. I mean the kind of energy that's built so solid, it does not crack when the pressure is on. See, fake confidence is really loud and shaky and exhausting because you're putting on a show, hoping nobody notices the fear underneath. But real confidence is grounded. You walk in steady, and people can feel it without you saying one word. Before, you were shrinking yourself, cowering, trying to hide so that you wouldn't be seen, keeping your head down, hoping no one would call on you. But after enough bricks, you're not performing. You're just showing up, and you're showing up as you. And that's what makes it so magnetic. And here's why this matters. The world responds to the energy you carry. You can say all the right things, but if the energy you have screams, I don't believe in myself, nobody else will either. But if your energy is really saying, I know who I am and I belong here, doors will open and people will lean in and opportunities will notice you. And that's the difference between pretending and becoming, between chasing validation and attracting respect. You don't get there by faking it. You get there by stacking receipts, brick by brick, until the shift is so real, you can't be knocked off center. The proof is a killer's graveyard, and every brick you lay is a nail in its coffin. The killer voice starts off real loud, cocky even. You'll quit. You always do. You're not consistent. You're not worthy. Who do you think you are? And in the beginning, maybe, yeah, you believed it because you didn't have the evidence yet. But here's the truth. The killer can only survive in empty space. The moment you start stacking receipts, it starts choking on its own lies. The killer says, you'll quit like you always do. Your receipts hit back with, and yet here I am, showing up again and again. And the killer sneers. Nobody cares what you do. And your progress laughs and says, well then, why can't they ignore me now? The killer spits. You don't belong here. And the bricks crush it. Every time I move, I prove that I am exactly where I am meant to be. And from here, the killer's voice isn't powerful anymore. It's just background noise against the wall that you've built. Consistency buries the killer and proof is a shovel. Every brick you lay is another scoop of dirt. And before long, the voice that once ran your life is nothing more than a whisper buried 6 feet under you. Okay, so here is your homework for this episode. What I want you to do is create your visual wall of proof, or your wall of receipts, if you will. Anytime you have flipped the script and laid a brick, I want you to write it down on a Post-it. Colorful Post-it, write it down on a piece of paper, but ideally make it something fun, something that's gonna pop out at you. Put it on your wall, put it on your mirror, put it on the windshield of your car, put it somewhere in your face so that you can constantly be reminded of the wall of proofs that you have created along the way. And this week, I wanna do something a little different. In addition to your personal homework, I also have community homework for you. I want you to take one of those bricks that you've created, one of the receipts that you have up on the wall, and I want you to drop it in the comments because we want to start building as a community too. It's really powerful to see your own wall building, but it hits different when you start seeing everybody else's brick stacking too. So 7 days, 7 sticky notes, and 1 brick dropped in the comments. Let's see what you got.